Hi there, it's David, John the Resourceful Coach, and we're going to talk a little bit about what I call power golf, okay? And we're going to make one change today, and if you do it, and you do it successfully, you will save, I would say, a minimum of 4 to 6 shots a round, okay? So really important. This is every level. When I learned to do this, it made such a massive difference to my game. And it is simply this, it's getting your mind in the right place. And we're going to use the power of one thing. We're going to use what we call the power of questions. Now what's important, when you're asked a question, generally your goal is to get the answer. And I always think a round of golf is a little bit like sort of a series of sort of challenges as we go round, and it's working out how to deal with those challenges. Okay, for example, just finished a few seconds ago, the greenkeeper's just cut a new hole. So that new hole is completely different from yesterday. So the challenge today is that flag is in a completely different position. So here's what I see with golfers, and this is how we're going to use the power of questions. What golfers tend to do when they get to a shot, we've got a 100-yard shot here. Rob the greenkeeper's cut it really tight on the left side. So I'm glad he's done that because it makes the shot mentally a little bit tougher. And straight away what do golfers think? Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to miss the green left. That's going to be a problem. I don't want to do this. They start to think negatively. Now here's the thing I want you to do. When you arrive at a shot, is just ask yourself a question. What would be a great shot now? What would be a really good shot now? And what your brain does, it goes into this sort of problem-solving idea of looking at two things. It tries to work out how to solve that problem. And then the second thing is, what I want you to do is draw on previous good shots in a similar position that you can use to say, I can achieve this. I can achieve what I want to achieve on this shot. And this was a thing I came across. I'm a mind factor coach. A guy called Dr. Carl Morris developed this idea. And he worked with Graham McDowell when he won the 2010 US Open. And that was simply his key thing. When he went to each shot, he had to ask the question, what's a great shot now? Now, what they did was, as they went through that hole, if he asked that question and stayed clear in his mind, he would give himself a point for that hole. Now, he might have to do it 4 or 5 shots, depending on how many shots he took on that hole. And I think when he finished the tournament, around about, he felt 68 of the holes, he was able to stick to that clear mindset. And he went on and won the US Open in that year. So it just shows that the best players in the world are thinking this way. And probably for somebody like Graham McDowell, it improved his score by a couple of shots a round. Well, that's 8 shots over the tournament. That's why he became US Open champion. So the power of questions is really key. And what we're going to do is we're going to play this shot. We'll play it a few times. And then we're going to create some other shots that you might not feel as comfortable with and see how we can change that mindset. And the biggest thing for me, when I work with my lessons, it's amazing how often when I'm putting in their mind the right ideas, they execute the shot well. And I'll deliberately do this within a round when I'm on the course, or if we're on the grass practice ground, I would deliberately not say anything. And I would say there's a probably 70-80% chance the next shot would be worse. Why? Because I'm not getting them to think clearly. I'm not getting to think the same way, because I'm not putting it into their mind. And I know a lot of you watch my videos and go, oh God, this guy goes on and on. But what I've learned, unless you keep telling you guys what to do, unfortunately, you don't do it. And that's really as simple as that. You need to be told what to do over and over again until it becomes habit. That's the key thing that we're looking for. So what do I want to do here? I'm looking at the shot. Well, I'd love to put this ball looking in that position, 15 feet. That's what I'd like. I've asked the question, what would I like to do now? 15 feet right of the flag would be lovely. Now my brain works out, what have I got to do that? That's the key thing. So I've got a 100-yard shot. I've got my wedge. The simple thing now, I start to look towards the right side of the green. There's a big tree just right of the green there, on the right edge of the green. I'm aiming sort of at the left edge of that, and think that's where I want to go. So now I'm getting a clear idea in my mind of the shot that I'm going to play. Okay, let's see if we can execute it. So I've asked the question, what's a great shot now? Well, 15 feet would be great. I'm now imagining that shot. I'm aiming that way. We've put it on that line. Okay, and what we'll do I'm going to play 3 balls and then we'll go up and see what my results are. Okay, can't guarantee that's what they're going to be, but that shot there straight away does 2 things. I went there with clear idea what to do, I executed it, I'm very happy with that. I can't see the ball, I know it's on the green, there's a little bit of a dip as you go down onto the green. But the great thing now is think to yourself, right, let's do it again. And that's the fun of it. Okay, what would a great shot look like now? Left edge of that big tree, nice strike. Right, that's a little bit straighter. Now, this could be very good, or, yeah, now that's what sometimes happens, okay? And you often hear it on TV where we've got a situation like this, and the commentators say, well, if he ends up next to the flag, he's pulled that. And I pulled that ball, and I'd say I'm now only about 6-8 feet behind the flag. So I got a result there. But if I'd gone at the flag and done that swing, I'd have gone left. But again, let's do it again. What's a great shot look like now? 15 feet right. Come on, David. Stick to the game plan. Yep, that's a much better line. Oh, we've got a really big kick left. Let's hope that doesn't. No, we're on the green. Good shot. So, again, I know it's all going to kick a little bit in from right to left, but because I had a plan to the shot and had an idea of what I was going to do, I've got a decent result. But let's go down, look at the 3 results. The goal was 15 feet. Let's see if we've achieved it. So we've come up onto the green and we've got our sort of 3 results, and as said, the goal was 15 feet. And remember, I know I talk a lot in my videos about data. The average shot for a scratch golfer from 100 yards is about 25 feet. I'm always going to think about playing a better shot than that. That's ultimately what I want, because if you're thinking of the better shot, then the chances are you're not going to do it every time, but you may end up at your average. So 25 feet would be the average. The goal was 15 feet. This was the first ball here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, bang on the number we wanted, exactly 15 feet. From the angle we're coming, you can see this is a little bit tighter what we're talking about. And this is the second shot, 1, 2, only 3 paces away. So we're talking around about 8 feet. Okay, so really good. And then the last one went a little bit further away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So amazingly finished at where the average would be. So on this occasion, because I thought about the positive idea of what I wanted to achieve, I've played 1 shot what should be my average, 1 shot what I wanted to be, and 1 shot half that. So you can see the power of thinking the right thing. And it doesn't matter what your level is. I think that's the important thing to understand. Every golfer is different. So remember your level, but set out your goal for what you want to do. We're going to look at 2 more shots. We're going to look at a putt. We're going to look at a difficult shot, maybe going over a bunker, and see how your brain will think when you're thinking that. But we're going to do the same idea. Get that mindset in the right place, and it'll make a massive difference to your game. So here's our second shot, and it's probably for me the one that, probably through my green reading methods, it's the one I enjoy the most. And I simply ask the question, how great would it be if I hole this putt? And as soon as I do that, as I said, the problem-solving idea kicks in. My idea then starts thinking, well, what have I got to do? How am I going to read this? What's the speed? What's the line? It's like I get a little bit excited about it, because how good is it when you hole a putt? So, how great would it be if I hole this putt? First thing I'll do, I'll come up to the hole, I'll start reading the slope to work out what I think it's going to do, so I can start to decide where to aim. That's the key thing. So again, the brain's getting into this excited mode of how to play the shot. The green here seems to run sort of pretty much towards the camera, so I don't think there's a lot of break on this, so that's good. Also, just pacing it out gives me a feel for the putt and sense what I'm doing from this position, okay? And now it is that fun. Again, even if you go to the practice putting green, take a few balls and think, how can I work out how to get this ball in the hole? That's the important thing. So, I'm not reading too much. I'm reading this probably left lip. And now, God, how great it would be if I hole it. Hit a good putt, roll that nice foot pass. And if I'm practicing, I get excited about that. I think, gave that a really good chance. Can I really do better on the next one? Oh, if it's got the legs. Oh, I think as soon as I hit it, I knew it was a little bit right edge. But again, lovely. Look how close it is to the hole. And I think my psychology there sort of, oh, that's coming right round. That broke a lot at the end. But because I got excited about thinking, how do I hole it? The focus became so much better. And I think that's so important when you're playing these shots. So it's that one power thing. We're calling it power golf, but it's the power of the mind. Now let's go and take a challenge on of playing that shot that I don't think anybody really likes, where you've got to go over a bunker and you haven't got that much green to work with. So here's our third shot, and I've deliberately chosen this. We've got two, probably in people's mind, we call it problem solving, but they see it more as problems than ways of solving it. We've got a winter lie. It's not great. It's a bit bald, it's a bit wet. We're out here on a December day. It's not great. We've got the bunker in front of us, okay? Nobody wants a bunker shot. Doesn't matter how good you are, you'd rather get this on the green than have another bunker shot. And we've got about 20 feet of green to work with. But here's the power of questions, okay? Data suggests, on average, I should put this about 15 feet from the hole as a scratch golfer. Yeah, I'm not going to stick this stone dead, but I'm going to think it. That's the important thing. I'm going to think two things here. One, how great would it be if I hold it? Yeah, how good would that be? Mentally, that's the excitement. How am I going to hold it? Second thing is, yeah, let's get it as close as possible. Have I ever holed a shot like this before? Yes. So why is there no reason I can do it again today? I can do it again today. So now what happens is the brain starts to look at the lie, it starts to look at what I've got in front of me, and I start to think, well, I've got to land this at least 10 feet onto the green. So again, I'm solving the problem. I'm thinking about what I want to do. Ultimately, what do you want to achieve? What would be a great shot now? I'd love to hole it. So now the intention is there to focus on the shot, trust what you've learned previously, and commit to the shot. And that's what we're looking to do. So let's see what we can do. Let's give it a go. Well, struck that lovely off that lie, really happy. But where's it ended up? Probably ended up about 10 feet past. So a little bit firm. But I think actually that was quite firm because I was so positive. I was so committed to the shot. Struck it really nicely. And the thing is, when you do get these sort of bald lies in the winter, there's no grass between the back of the ball. So if you get it right, it's amazing how much spin you can get. All right, now there's the fun. Now, can we get it closer than that one? That's the fun of it. That's what I'm looking to do. I'm not going to change anything in my technique. I'm just going to focus on where I want to land the ball, commit to that idea, nice and positive. Yeah, that looks lovely again. Go on, run out. And now we've got one probably 15 inches from the hole. Just over a foot. And that's all because what I've done is I've mentally thought, what do I want? I haven't allowed the lie to go, oh God, what a dreadful lie. I haven't allowed the thought of going in the bunker to get in my head. And straight away I'm into that downward negative spiral. I'm excited about playing the shot. I love playing golf shots. There's nothing better than executing a shot well. So think about it. Let's see if we can get three. This will be, again, another one inside 10 feet. Be really happy. But ultimately, can I hole it? Well, that's ended up a foot from the hole. I mean, that's three shots again, and it just shows, and I think because I'm doing the video, I get asked this a few times, I've been asked this, when you're doing the videos, do you play better shots than normal? And I would say probably yes. And the reason for that is because I'm explaining to you what to do. It gets me very clear in my mind. Okay? But those results are as good. I mean, hopefully in a friendly game, there's two gimmies there. I'm going to take that all day long. But that's all down to one thing. It's the excitement of thinking, what would I do thinking about it? What would be the ultimate result? I would love to hole it. Think about what you want to achieve rather than the dread going in the bunker, thinning it over the other side, duffing it 2 feet in front of you. It's the excitement of doing it. It's the power of questions. As I said, how great would I feel if I hold that putt? What would be a great shot now on the other two shots? And they're the thoughts that I take to the golf course. And when I'm in that positive frame of mind, that clear mindset, it's amazing what shots I start to play. You can do this. Doesn't matter what level you are. Think about the best shot you've ever played. That might be from here, it's 20 feet from the hole. That's okay. If that's your best shot and you do it, well, that's your best shot. You've just done it again. You're going to be happy. Well, I hope you're going to be happy. And ultimately, you'll probably start to play even better shots. And that's the goal. The mind is so powerful. I know you probably looked at this video at the start and thought, power golf, what's he going to show us how to hit the ball further? This is far more powerful than that. But again, you stand on that tee box and think, oh, I'd love to hit this 250 down the middle. You know you've done it. Think it again, and the chances are you'll do it again. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, very much around getting your mind in the right place. For me, that's so important. When I get golfers thinking correctly, they improve tremendously. You start doing this, I'll guarantee you will knock 4 to 6 shots, maybe even more off your score. And that will make a massive difference to your enjoyment of the game. If you have enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you soon.